So we will start off on the left-hand side with the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers, as I mentioned to Pisces, and also, guys, do check out your moon and rising signs, because you might find that there's quite a lot of synchronistic advice within those readings as well. But the Lovers card can often represent choices in life, choices about what direction to take, about how do I feel about a situation or a person. So for some of you, this can literally represent new romantic love coming into your life. It can also represent just new, deeply bonded relationships, and sometimes this can be referring to a pet as well. So some of you may actually find that you come across a new pet in your life that you just have this amazing bond with. Others, there could be, yes, romance on the horizon for you. That's not out of the cards, most definitely. Sometimes with the Lovers, the choice that can be being made is the fact that there could be 3 people involved. Sometimes this could be yourself who gets involved with a person who is already with someone else, or sometimes you could be already with someone and you start to find another relationship and you're going, oh my God, what do I do here? I'm already assigned, I'm already taken. But for some reason, these boundaries are opening up and you're exploring them. Also with the Lovers card, it can represent making more intimate or more connected again a currently existing relationship. So for those of you who are in relationships that you are either wanting to work on or reinvigorate or to rebalance, this is also a great opportunity when the Lovers card comes up. It talks to us about sacred intimacy and also sacred support and nurture, trust and love and respect that we can have within these relationships. Now, they don't all have to be romantic. These can be relationships of best friends, of family members, of a mother and a child, for instance. So the bonds may be reawakening. They may be able to be reconnected for those of you who have had them severed. This could be a time where you're about to reach out and reconnect again within the bond of love. It can also represent the formation of or the ability to co-create something new, such as a business. So for those of you seeking to become entrepreneurial and self-employed, this can be a really good opportunity at this time to perhaps liaise with people and collaborate and find business partnerships or people who support you and your business moving forward. So as I say, you can't get a much better card than the Lovers, and I almost feel as though I don't even need to pull clarifiers here, because it's fairly the Lovers has given its own message. But let's go to the John Holland deck, which is tarot, and I'll just check that I've got it up the right way, and I haven't, so I'll turn it up the right way. This is a tarot deck, but instead of the aces and the kings and queens, they've been replaced by the chakra energies of the body. So let's just see what the John Holland cards are going to come out and say, and we'll use them as a clarifier, but they can also be, an individual standalone message as well. So this is for Virgo for April as a clarifier or, a standalone message for this Lovers card. Okay, and one more. Let's see what it is. Wow, number 1, which is one of my favourite cards, the Magician. Now, I said to you there wasn't necessarily a lot more that we had to look into with the Lovers card. It seemed to speak very clearly and succinctly on all those messages, and most of them seemed really positive. So the Magician, following on behind the Lovers, I doubt that you could get much better communion than that between the two cards. The Magician is, as I said, one of my all-time favourites. It talks to us about magic in the air around the scenarios that are possibly involved with this Lovers energy or Lovers card. So it's as if the universe is giving you guys a great opportunity for a portal or an opening that creates expansion, it creates unity and unification, the connectedness with someone else or something else. It's coming to you from this amazing vibrational energy of light coming in through the top of the head, through the crown chakra area. So it can also be coming to you in waves of amazing thought or ideas or feelings, because even though technically, we think of the brain as being our organ or part of us that produces ideas or concepts, the light is actually going into his crown chakra area, which is our soul, because our mind is our soul. So it's going into the mind. So it's also connecting at a very high soul level, enabling you to possibly see visions or see beyond what is, and to be able to connect the missing dots, to enhance a journey forward, to enhance a possibility, to bring about something that is more exalted than it would have been. So it's a very, very powerful two cards that have turned up there with these two major arcanas. And I think if we wanted to really maybe add some more power to this particular column, we could go to these cosmic cards. These are very intense, and I would only generally use one per reading. So this is for Virgo. What is it that you would like to add to the lovers and the awareness for Virgo as an extended message? I'm not doing a very good job of shuffling these here, am I? They're not intermingling, unlike the lovers at the top. Okay, that's got a little bit more. I think I got all carried away with the lovers and the magician together. It's not a very common combination. It really does point to some powerful, poignant moment in your lives where there's opportunity, grand opportunity for something that could be quite big. Gratitude. And I think too, when we get cards like the two that have just turned up, and when we view life with this great indebted thankfulness and gratitude for the path that we are on, or the awareness we're given, or the connection we're given, anything that you put more gratitude into, it just flowers and blossoms and blooms even more. And again, we're talking about the white light energy that I mentioned earlier, and this vibrational frequency that will be around the planet. And we see it even goes underground, because that being seems to be in the sea with all the little sea creatures down the bottom of the card. So what I will do for you guys is read from the book. That card equals number 6, because it's 15, and the lovers is 6 as well. So you have 2 6s that have come out. So let me read for you the words of the gratitude card. I'll pop that back there, and I'll zoom down a little bit for you so you can see it a bit closer. If we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. And that is a saying from Buddha. This card comes forth to remind you of the absolute magnificence of this beautiful world we live in. To truly appreciate it is to really open your heart and mind to the magic. Oh my God. And what have we been talking about here? We've been talking about the heart and love and the mind, and opening the mind. It says open the mind to magic, and this card is the magician. When you get messages so powerful that they almost relay themselves word for word, you need to listen. You know that there's something out there for you that you have to be ready to grab, to make the most of. So I'll just go back to that. To truly appreciate it is to really open your heart and mind to the magic of nature and the divine matrix of which we are all a part. When you are in the space of gratitude, you are in the space of love and acceptance of what is. There is a deep appreciation of the moment, which allows walls of resistance to break away from within you. Breaking through walls of resistance allows you to address fears, which were ultimately formed by you to keep pain out. By building walls around your heart, however, you are gradually keeping pain in and stopping your soul from evolving. Gratitude holds such a high vibration that it can literally break through the strongest, most stubborn walls. Gratitude is one of the highest forms of love you can bestow upon another. When you are grateful, you radiate love. The more love you radiate, the more love reflects back towards you. Being in this space of awe and gratitude literally opens portals to higher frequencies of love to help guide you. And again, we've talked about the portals and this whole energy for April that is imbued in love and white light. So I think maybe for some of you this could be a very personal message about allowing the healing of previous pain, whether it be your own inner turmoil or pain associated with past relationships or events that have occurred. That this could be a time that you really could be allowed, to open the door to some freedom, personal inner freedom, and freedom from the release of pain or fear or anger or worry. So this is very personal for some of you. It's not necessarily about lovers here or other people. At the moment, this is about you. There is so much to be grateful for, dear one. There are numerous trees, plants, stars, flowers, beautiful sunsets, snowflakes, and reflecting water drops. Tapping into any one of these beautiful cosmic creations allows us to tap into the universal consciousness of pure love. Allow gratitude to fill your entire being. Immerse yourself with this feeling of wonder and awe. This is the first step to inner transformation. And there's an affirmation that comes with it, and it says, I am open to the universal love that shines through the miracles of life all around me. And its associated chakra is the heart chakra. So there's lots and lots of love in this first column for you guys, and it's self-love as well as potential relationship love, as well as healing from the past. There's many different ways to look at it. We'll move on to the Seven of Cups, traditionally known again as a card of choices. So those two cards, the Lovers and the Seven of Cups, could be about choices that you are in a position to make within your life at the moment. Now, the Seven of Cups is a little bit one that tends to give us a warning one way or another. It's saying, yes, like there's a heap going on out there for you. And this could be wonderful opportunities such as job opportunities or new lovers coming into your life or new relationships or new thoughts or ideas or concepts. It could be health modalities. It could be ways to earn money or gamble money or spend it or get hooked into something. So you need to be careful. You need to weigh up your thoughts. You also need to weigh up your integrity values when a card like this is here, because often we can be tempted by, the guiles of life, by the fun things, the glitzy and the glamour. And that's what this card does. So with this card, he definitely warrants some extra, looking into further messages for him. So what are some clarifying messages here for the Seven of Cups? What is it we're talking about? So this is for Virgo, for the Seven of Cups for April, for clarifier. These are the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. This is for Virgo. I want to clarify for the Seven of Cups, thanks. Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. Again, we've got this beautiful white light. We've talked about energy that would come down to earth that you can utilize in the month of April. Metatron in particular is extremely potent, powerful beams of white light that you can use to surround any situation where there is doubt, worry or fear, and also as a clarifier. And so the message that's coming to me immediately is for you guys that have got these options or choices and you're thinking, what do I do? What way do I go? Should I be tempted? Utilize this archangel to give you some more clarity around a choice that you're needing to make. So call upon him. You can also call upon your own spirit guides, your own guardian angel, and there's also the angels called the unknowns. Now, they're less common than the archangels, but at the moment there's a lot of talk around that the archangels that do exist are being overworked because there's so much work here to do on this planet. There's work to do in regards to Gaia. There's also much work to do in regards to citizens. So sometimes they're not able to respond with instant clarity. So if you're wanting some instant support or help, call upon the unknown angels for some guidance as well. The other thing is here, it's through the third eye, that chakra. So the third eye could be either working really, really strongly for you, which is about intuitiveness. It's about picking up from the psychic realm or from the cosmic, from the collective conscious. It's trusting your gut instinct. It's allowing yourself to find answers as well. So make sure that when you do have situations around you, you are questioning it, you're second guessing it yourself, you're applying some sort of out of worldly intuition and answers for it as well. Also, for some of you, you might have a problem in that part of your body, either eye pain, headaches, you might need new glasses. Some of you could be blocked too at that point, and you may need some chakra healing or some opening of that area because it hasn't been opened. You may have been closed off to your own intuition or to energy from the spiritual realm, and that could have been slowing things up for you guys. So yeah, don't be afraid to expand into that realm of life. We'll do one more clarifier from the angels here and see what else it is they're saying. This is for the Seven of Cups, and then we have the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. What's our last clarifier? Yeah, see, the situation will improve. So they're also telling you that with things going on, that you've got to apply certain logic, or you've got to apply other perspectives or dynamics, or be proactive, or be... I'm just trying to think of the words that are coming through here, like be active about these choices you're making, be selective. I think that was the one I wanted. And when you're selective and you make the right choice, then yes, the situation will improve. Now, you may think there's nothing wrong because you've got these offers coming to you, and there are choices and ideas and thoughts. But I think in your heart's mind, you'll know that some of them aren't right. And you're thinking, which one? So that's why we're saying connect with this here, connect with yourself, your higher self, clear any blockages you might have in that energy, free up that part of your body, connect with the cosmic sources, the white light, the higher vibrational energy, and this will be your answer. It will improve. You will find an answer. You will be able to move forward. And I notice here with amazing synchronicity, those two cards, both of them in the sea, because these are dolphins in the background and fish. So this angel is under the sea as well. So we have two that are talking to us about the ocean, about water. So there's something for you guys also about the sea and possibly oceans, whether or not you might be spending time by them in April, or whether or not they will give you clarity or insight or connection or awareness or some healing. There's something in the oceans for you specifically in April. Some of you may be traveling and the oceans may be involved, or some of you may need to be by the bodies of oceans or water for a healing purpose, or a connection, or someone that you're going to meet, or this idea, or this magic or awakening. We come to the Judgment card, and it's not one that frightens me. I actually quite like it because it tells me that, when we're going along in life and we have a set path that we believe we're doing the right thing, sometimes a long way down that path, we can suddenly find that we've wasted an awful lot of time, energy, relationships, dynamics, job, career, money, health, and we suddenly realize, boom, we were doing the wrong thing. And you know that saying, oh, hindsight is great, I wish I knew earlier. That's what the Judgment card is. This is allowing you to know that something you're doing or some way you're behaving or something that's going on in your life isn't right. There's a change that needs to be done. He's also hearing this from the trumpeting from the cosmic energy, the angelic vibrations. So hearing things like we talked about up here, through the third eye, through your psychic awareness, through your intuitive abilities, he is hearing this very powerful message. It's answering a whole lot of stuff, you know, for clearing for this one, and also for perhaps enabling all this wonderful energy over here. So a powerful card of awareness, awakening, understanding about choices you've perhaps made in the past or decisions that weren't quite right, and going on a new direction. I also often note that this one has possibly some physicality around the head again, the top of the head, ears in particular, headaches, vision. So there's two cards that are definitely referencing that some of you may have some sort of pain in the head, or you may need some sort of treatment or freeing up in that part of your body. I would say from the shoulders up, in and around the head area.